Okay guys, welcome back to another gym vlog. Today we're going to be training some leggies. Super stoked. Yay. But yeah, they have to be done, so we're going to do them. I'm going to be doing a similar kind of style of how I did it, not last time, because that was in Ballarat, with some different equipment. I'm going to do it the similar time before that, when I was in Bendigo, doing isolates dominant based work. It worked out really well for me last time, so I feel like it's best to keep that kind of style of training going, so that we get the optimal gains. Because I felt pretty good after it too. My legs felt burnt, everything felt worked, but I didn't feel like my knee was like semi-destroyed in the process, which kind of happens, which sucks. But yeah, I need to do a whole bunch of mobility and functional work. It's really hard to get that shit in during a shred. Or at least to have it, you know, be quite efficient. I know I should still be doing it, but, you know, it's just, I don't seem to recover and bounce back and all that stuff as much when I don't have the calories, so it's a bit of a tricky one. Did cardio this morning, been pretty good with cardio most days, about 5 days a week, been hitting about 30 minutes on the elliptical. I usually just chuck on an episode of anime on there because I'm a big nerd. And that usually helps me kill about 22 minutes on there, and then I just listen to a few tunes and bob along. And that usually gets me the shred burn that I need. I'm going to probably keep that where it's at. I'm dropping calories a smidge, or kind of have recently. So that's pretty good. I kind of just have to, I guess, let the fat start falling off. Got to trust the process. You know, very hard to do sometimes when you look in the mirror and you're like, I look fat, but, you know, like, it's, you know, a part of the process. You're going to go through that pubescent phase where you're kind of skinny, fat, and weak. And, you know, you just got to hold your head high and go, you know what? It's going to work. It's going to work, you'd hope. But yeah, still got the faith. So yeah, either way, enough yammering. Going to head to the gym now. Going to train some leggies. Isolate dominant stuff, you know, starting on the hamstrings, as it seems like if I do that, my knee feels better. So laying hamstring curl, seated hamstring curl. Actually, we do have the kneeling hamstring curl at our disposal. So I'll probably use that after the laying hamstring curl. Keen for that, actually. And then we'll do some quad extensions and a bit of this and that. And try to fit in some glutey boys, because I don't want to neglect the hips and the glutes, because that is a big component of lower body training. I might do some lunges in between some sets, which, you know, just body weight or just lightweight. Not really going to film that because it's going to be a little bit fiddly. So yeah, just letting you know. But that should be a good way to do my session. Either way, guys, let's head to the gym. And always remember to squeeze the juice. Okay, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a few little good girl, bad girl exercises. So the adductor, abductor on the Nautilus Nitro Plus hip abductor abduction machine. So with this, essentially, same as pretty much all the other leg days, I usually incorporate this as more of a warm-up, pre-activator exercise. A lot of people also use it as a worker exercise, which, look, I kind of do both. Like, I go hard enough to wake them up. Sorry, I go light enough to wake them up, but hard enough to feel like they've been engaged and worked, because I definitely feel pretty sore the next day and the day after in my groin after doing these. So clearly I'm pushing them enough. But yeah, I'll do this. I just did some band exercises. I might actually do one set of this on the camera, and then do another set off camera, just so I get those warmed up. I'll head on over there to where I was. I'll do some, just showing you what I was doing for my hip flexors. Doing a bit of a warm-up for those bad boys, because they've been a bit of a problem lately. One is way stronger than the other, which is not a good thing for the hips, which I'll explain as I'm doing that warm-up. But we'll do this first, we'll get it done. You guys have seen me do it before, but if not, just to quickly run through it. I usually have it on the abduction. Think of it as being abducted, taken away, so legs going away. It's a good way to think of it. And we put this pretty heavy. To be honest, guys, obviously make sure it's a weight that you feel comfortable with a warm-up. My legs are now at the point where they're strong enough to do the whole stack, which doesn't take a lot, so I'm not trying to flex there. It just doesn't take too much to be able to do the full stack for some good reps. So I'll do this for 15. It's when you do the ab adduction, when you're adding the legs together, that's where you're going to want to lower the weight, because adductors are by nature, I guess, weaker than their opposite counterparts. They're reciprocal muscles, being the glutes, that do the abduction. Either way, let's go. 15 of these. Again, in the other video I said, I like to lean forward for a good, 6-7 reps, then neutral 6-7 reps, and then lean back and brace for 6-7 reps and go for those. So let's go. Leaning forward, chest up, ass out no matter what. Spread the legs, back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And leaning back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's the abduction, so that's the glute activators. When you're moving from these angles, it just helps recruit different fibering up the glutes, as there's a lot of fibers that span around the glute on a diagonal kind of, I guess, pattern. And you have technically 3 parts to the glute muscle that people may not realize. You've got the glute major, you've got the glute med, and you've even got the glute min. And it kind of helps to move the body around, doing, external rotation of the femur, or the upper leg, which causes the glutes to turn on, as well as extension, which is kicking that leg back, turning on the glute, and moving it around like that. If you incorporate this with good stretches and mobility, tell you what, guys, you're going to be having some great legs. Much better than mine, that's for sure. Okay, let's get these adductions happening. So I like to, well, for starters, change the weight. Nothing crazy, honestly. I do just about half the stack. And then what I go is I guess stand up. It's kind of standing, but not really. I go way further than how I can actually sit down on these. And once the separation's happening, I let it click, sit down. My legs are definitely being overstretched, that's fine. And then we pull it in from there. So as you sit down, you'll naturally pull in a little bit, just so that your legs don't tear in half. And then we come out. There we go. Nice and controlled, all the way in, squeeze. And come back out, and then away we go. Nice. Now there's no real magic with how to do those, guys. If you can, maybe do some with a bit of an ass out kind of adduction, and then do some with you kind of like humping in and then doing an adduction. If you wanted to kind of incorporate it in a similar thing that I was doing with the glutes, that's probably what you could do. Those two kind of styles, 10-10 or whatever. Cool beans. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these by myself. So turn around and then, yeah, we'll head on over and we'll do the bands, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so what I was talking about before, guys, when it comes to warming up the hip flexors, this bad boy, just grabbing a standard band, you want something that has a bit of strength. Your hip flexors, they should be relatively strong, as they help counteract the glutes. But don't get me wrong, if they're weak, like really weak, and they need building up, start lighter. It's not a ego lift at all by any means, So making sure that with this one, this is how we get our hip flexors warmed up. Standing up nice and straight, lock everything nice and secure, brace the core, as that, helps synchronize and, I guess, stabilize the hips. And then we just making sure you don't lift the heel of the base foot, raise that knee and keep that chest up, ass out posture, and then drop it down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Trying to make sure that knee doesn't go crazy. You only need to do 3 to 5, and then you switch legs. This is the other legs. Up, see how I'm not throwing it out or doing this. I'm making sure that my chest is up, ass is out, back heel is down of the base foot. One more. Nice. So, maybe start with a lighter band. I will admit, I've got 2 bands here, and I actually used this one, which said it was heavy, but it felt easy, you see. That's why I thought you could go pretty heavy, but no, this is much heavier, this one. Either way, start with whatever feels right, move up from there. So once you've got your glutes and your hip flexors firing off, you can do a few different other things. You can chuck the bands on and do some crab walks, which I'll demonstrate for you now. So banding it just up above the knee, you're gonna sit there. drop into it with I guess not a quarter squat, honestly, something pretty light. You don't want to get into a full squat, that's for sure. So dip down, chest up, ass out, almost like halfway before you get to the bottom point of launching for a tackle. Okay, so down, and then what you want to do, chest up, you want to step. And when you step, you don't want to step like this, like a, buck kneed in. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you turn the glutes on, external rotation of the knee. So step out like that, then in, out, then in, then out, and come back, like so. Okay, this is essentially a crab walk with the band. These are fantastic for hitting the glutes, okay? Nothing crazy to remember. I'm gonna turn to the side just to show you. This is kind of the posture that you wanna have, like that, okay? And you step out, like so, okay? So you wanna make sure that, again, your knees are coming out. That's the whole point. We're trying to turn the glutes on, That movement there activates the glutes with the external rotation. That turns on the glutes with hyperextension of the leg at the hip. So guys, that gives you a bit of an idea of some stuff you can do to warm up your hips at least. Just thought I'd chuck that in there at the start of this gym vlog for you. So the abductor, adductor, also known as the good girl, bad girl machine, is a good one. And then grabbing those booty bands, or whatever you want to call them, short loop bands, and then doing some of those hip flexor warm-ups, and then just finishing off, polishing off the glutes to make sure that they're firing off with those walks. And then you can go down and do, glute bridging with the bands around your knees. All kinds of stuff, guys. All kinds of glutey, hippie, activatey stuff. Okay, I think we're good to start our session. Let's jump into the machine behind me, which is the laying hamstring curl. Get 3 good sets. I'm gonna go 1 leg at a time like I usually do on this one. 3 good sets on each leg, 15 reps, and then we'll move over to the quad machine, and then from there we'll go to the kneeling hamstring curl. Let's do it. So let's just jump straight on in. I'm gonna set it to 20. I don't want anything too crazy because at the end of the day, I'm still wanting to wake them up at the same time. But then we're gonna progressively jump up from there. Again, you guys, surely if you're watching these vids or if you're tuning in, I have a shit knee, and it seems that if I activate my hamstring really, really well and stretch out my calf muscles, these knees feel a lot better for some weird, wacky reason. So I start off on the 20s and we go up from there. I'll probably do 3 working sets after this one. Okay. So remember, with this, on, glutes, on. So they squeeze, like you're humping into the bench, and then you curl the hamstring. That's it. Cool, other leg, glute on, go. Awesome. Okay, the irony is that even at 20, that is still activating my hamstring quite strongly, to the point where if I did like 6 more on each leg, I'd be like, wow, I'm feeling that, almost like a working set. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up only by 5, guys. It's, individual legs, they don't need a lot of weight, especially the hamstrings when it comes to this stuff. And generating the squeeze in the hamstring is definitely the harder part out of the squeeze or the stretch, in my honest opinion. It could be different for certain people based off their backgrounds, history, genetics, so on and so forth. But I find getting the squeeze the harder part. So yeah, have a smidge of a rest, and then we'll do the 25s on each leg. I think we're well enough rested. 25, whatever that is, pounds or kilos. I think it's pounds, surely. Whoop, that's 20. 25 each leg. Let's go. Nice and tight. Yeah, that's feeling good right in there. See, the glute tie-in is what I really want to feel turn on. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's a challenge. Other leg. Oh yeah, nice. Right leg definitely handles that a bit better than the left. Ooh, they're right behind me. Okay. So yeah, that actually felt pretty good too. Definitely starting to hit a bit of a limiter. If I up it to the 30s, I think I'm gonna struggle getting 15, especially on the left leg. I'll do it, bloody do it. So, you know, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a crack at that for the last 2 sets of this. And then we'll go on to the quaddies. Quad extension, should feel pretty good. You know, one thing I realized is that I feel really good today, like pretty good, very high energy-ish. I did have a pre-workout, but it's not like I don't have a pre-workout other sessions. I looked back at my day thinking, what have I done differently? Apart from having an all right sleep, honestly, it wasn't exceptional, so I don't think it was that. I drank a shitload more water because I was like, Matt, I have a feeling that you've been sleeping on your water lately. You've been hitting your electrolytes, because I have electrolyte powders and stuff, but I don't think I've been drinking enough water, especially before my sessions. And after cardio this morning, I went home, I had some electrolytes, and I thought, Matt, you know what? Try to punch down like 2 liters of water after this and really get some water in, because again, I had that sneaking suspicion I just wasn't getting enough hydration. And wow, I feel so much better today. You know, I mean, like, I've been feeling like crap for weeks. And if I've been feeling like that because of just dodging water, I drink a bit of water, right? I do, like at least 2 liters, but obviously I'm needing like 3+ liters a day, very clearly. But if that's what it was, man, that sucks. Something so small, really, that you're just, you know, sitting under the nose and then you get onto it and you're like, wow. Could be just an energy spike though, but I think it is the hydration. Okay, smidge of rest, I've already talked half of it. And then we'll punch out those 30 on each leg. 30 kilos or pounds, not 30 reps, Jesus. Okay, 30. Yep, here we go. Okay. Okay, other leg. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely felt that one. Whew. So yeah, another thing too is that if you find that you're at the top of your hamstring curl, that your leg, your knee, not your hip, your knee is coming up, that's okay. That's actually, in my opinion, a good thing. It means you're getting better squeeze, extra squeeze out of that hamstring. So, you know, just make sure that your hip doesn't come up. That can be a way to cheat your rep and utilize your hip flexors, your quads to a small degree, and some other little muscles like your core to get that extra bit of range, which you don't want to do. The whole point is we're trying to grow the hamstrings or activate the hamstrings on this bad boy, not any other muscle. Okay, one more set of this on each leg, and then we'll do the quaddies. Yeah. Last set of this bad boy, staying on the 30 pounds, I assume that is. Okay. Glutes on, just like I said before. And then away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just 2 more for good luck on this side. 3 more. There we go. It felt like it needed it. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're done with that. Let's head over to the quaddies. So, why does that feel a bit rocky? Nah, it's all good. Okay, so we're gonna start on 100. Just warm our knees up a smidge. They should feel pretty good based on all the hamstring stuff we've done. And also I did a fair bit of rolling out of the calf muscles just before this. So that should hopefully help with that knee kind of stabilization. Okay, let's chuck it on to 1. Make sure we're in a good, strong, solid position. Both legs firing off evenly and secure. Okay, that's it. Nice. That was pretty cruisy. Didn't feel too bad. For the first 2-3 reps, I was like, oh, it feels interesting, but it didn't hurt. And by the end of it, it felt great. Okay, let's jump up to 140. We'll see how we go with that one. Okay, so we've upped it to 140. Hopefully this will feel pretty good. I may get out the knee sleeves after this just as a precaution. Okay, nice 15. Make sure both legs are activating. Let's go. Nice, easy. Okay, let's go up to 180. Solid little jump, but I think we're good. Oh, chucked on the knee sleeves. Hopefully this will help. It's weird. In between last set and this set, the knee started feeling oddly tight and sore. Hopefully that doesn't affect this set too much. Fingers crossed not. You know, I really want to try and get a really good few sets of these leg extensions, the quad extensions in. So here we go. We're gonna give it the best. 15 reps. Oh wow, that feels like dog shit. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop that. Man, what is going on with that knee? Far out. Okay. I have no idea, that just came out of nowhere. From the last set to this set, it feels, I don't know how to explain it, it feels like shit. Okay, I'm just gonna end that set there. Okay, we slowed it down last time and it started slowly shifting the tension into the lateral vastus head, which is actually really good because that seemed to take a little bit of the stress off the inflamed area, which was the VMO tendon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it fairly slow. I'm gonna put it up to 120, so not too bad. I'm gonna go for a nice slow, and I mean slow, 15 to 20 reps. Okay. Oh, okay, I'll do it. That actually was a good set for a light set. Oh, didn't count the end, but I think it was about 15 to 20 around there. Oh, stop. I'll get an erection. Okay. Oh, precious. Yes, we finally got the pin-loaded isolateral, so one side at a time. Kneeling hamstring curl, pin-loaded. Finally, super stoked to have this in. Gonna bust out a few good old sets on this one and then see what it's about. It is getting ridiculously busy. It's like, I don't know, it's like a school excursion from multiple schools to drop their friggin' kids off here. My God, it's actually hard to move around, but let's get this one done. We'll see how we go. Let's start on 25 on each side. Get those hamstrings feeling nice and juicy. Leg. Oh, wow. Wowee, oh wow. That is buttery friggin' smooth. Yeah, this machine is definitely a favorite. You know, sometimes they vary per gym, even though it's the same equipment, same brand, same everything. I don't know, this one feels damn buttery smooth. Like, it just feels great. Oh, I'm so stoked that this is here. Get your ass into the gym on leg day and get in on this kneeling hamstring curl down at Silverback's Bendigo Jam. It's actually really good. Okay, let's up it. Let's go to 30 and we'll see how that one goes. Okay, we decided to go up to 35. Let's see how this goes for 15 reppies. Okay, that was good, good weight. Other side. Woo! Yeah, that felt great. Let's go up. Okay, let's go up to 40 on the stacks. Get some good reps. These may be a smidge more, less control, or less, I don't know. They might be a bit quicker, basically, but still with good control. Let's do it. Woo, good weight, this cat. Okay. Woo. Yeah, it's definitely getting hard as shit. Okay. We'll see if we've got one more in the tank. Last set, best set. Let's go up to 50 kicker jams. Probably not even kilos, they're probably just pounds. But 50 on the books. Get these done. Okay. It's gonna be a bit heavier. Oh, wow. Oh, it's like 12 and 3 partials. Whew. Oh, holy shit. 50 was a good choice. Okay, we're done with this one, guys. Yes, sirree. Woo. Okay, guys, it's getting hell busy in here. And unfortunately, I think it's a wrap. You know, I think I've done a pretty good session today. Very, very isolate dominant, very hamstring dominant as well. Feels really good. My legs feel very much burnt and spent. Bit bummed out I couldn't get a little bit more in the glutes and the hips, but at least we did a really good, solid hip warm up at the very start, which is still going to translate to some progress and so on and so forth. Either way, guys, that's leg day done on the books. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next session. I'm probably gonna have a rest day as of tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. But then after that, we're gonna be doing, I think it's back day. So that should be good. Hopefully that ends up as a good day. Again, gonna keep on top of my hydration. That is definitely a lesson learned. Need to keep on top of that. Hydration, electrolytes, sleep, nutrition, and general recovery. And mobility and function if I can. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a great day and an awesome session if you trained. Stay shredded, swole, sexy, and sweaty, and everything else. But most of all, stay tuned. And never forget to squeeze the juice. Yeah. Okay, see you guys.